Gentlemen, boys and girls, what's happening? What's happening? It's Wednesday, even though it's near the end of Wicked Wednesday, but it's still Wednesday hunt nonetheless. Hump day. Wicked Wednesday Sports Tea coming with the late edition. Life been life, so I don't need to get into a whole bunch of questions while we on at 10:30. It's just this business, being taken care of. And speaking of business, uh. That's my guy, that LT over there next door.
How y'all doing, good people? Been a good minute for since y'all seen me. Glad to be back.
Right. It's a healthy, uh, strong week this week. We got old Matt Ryan going into the ring of honor. On this game and whatnot. You got defensive questions, offensive questions, you got team questions. But one thing that just wasn't no question is Matt Ryan being a Hall of Fame.
Mm.
You know,
So what we debating about? Is he a Hall of Famer, or we just going to his legacy? I mean, the legacy can speak for. I mean, could give you the answer right there. Uh-oh. My partner is having a little technical difficulties right now. So I would like to start off by saying, I first of all, if I hope one day he might do run across his live. I just want to tell the Matthew Thomas Ryan, I would like to thank him for giving not only myself but the Atlanta Falcons organization the best years we've ever witnessed as a team and as an organization. I What this man has done for us in the 14-year tenure that he was here, like, as a fan, you talked your trash, you said this, you said that, but I can honestly say when I saw number two get on that field, I really felt like we could win every game. When two suited up, it was like somehow, some way he could pull it off. Some days he did, some days he didn't, but I definitely know it was more times than not that we were gonna win games, then lose them, as long as number two was suiting up for us. Um, to be top 10 in passing yards in league history, to be top 10 in passing touchdowns in league history, you really can't, you really can't really scoff at stuff like that. That's a hard feat to do. For people to think that, you could just walk in the NFL and just be great, that's not true. It's plenty of guys that's been drafted high overall, number one overall, and you seen where some people, some of them they played well, some of them faltered, but you know we took a chance at Matt at the number three overall pick in '08, and immediately showed us we were gonna pay dividends off his first NFL pass, a 64-yard TD strike to Michael Jenkins. Like, it was something beautiful. It was really like a dawn of a new era in Atlanta. And like, as an organization, we never had back to back winning seasons. And for us to go from not having back to back winning seasons to when Matt Ryan became our quarterback, we ripped off five straight winning seasons. We've never saw that much success as an organization, and Matt gave us everything. Like I said, I can't thank this man enough for what he's done. Even in the years that we didn't play well, the beating that I watched this man take week in and week out throughout the season, and he never threw nobody under the bus. He never tried to cheat the game or anything like that. When you can see the frustration on his face, but when he got into that podium, he sucked it up, straightened up, and and he showed the blame. That man showed you what true leadership was all about. He didn't say the blind and the block better. He didn't go out and say coaches need to have a better game plans, anything like that. Nope. It's my fault. I didn't have my team ready to succeed or play the best ball they could possibly play. Couldn't ask for nothing better from him at all.
Yep. Yeah.
Uh, I
That.
mean, just to I really want folks to really understand how appreciative this man really should be because he helped extend some folks' careers. Michael Jenkins got a contract. Harry Douglas got a contract. Jacquizz Rogers got a contract. Devontae Freeman got a contract. Tevin Coleman got a contract. We was able to make some news look good enough to the point where we traded him for a second round pick to New England. And it's hard to finesse Bill Belichick. And we was able to pull that off.
Mm-hmm.
The I've seen, Aldrick Robinson get a contract. Austin Hooper got a contract. I mean, like I said, the list just goes on and on. This man has helped solidify a lot of players in this league where they were able to uh, feed their families. Where they probably could have played on their rookie deal and not been in the league no more. No, this man was able to get them playing for an additional 2 to 3 years before they ultimately, just hung up the cleats or just wasn't able to perform at the highest level no more. Taylor Gabriel as well. As I said, the list goes on and on. And like this man really has real feed families, including coaches. Because I watched Mike Malaka get a head coaching job. I
Mm-hmm.
watched I watched Kyle Shanahan get a head coaching job. I watched Dirk Cutter get a head coaching job. I watched Steve Sarkisian be in the front runner of head coaching gigs in his second year in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Man never coached in the league. He coached in the league for 2 NFL seasons and was almost an NFL head coach. So I watched him nearly get a head coaching job and so on and so forth. Like Matt Ryan really gave us everything you could possibly ask for. And it's a shame that our fan base didn't appreciate him the way they should have until he was gone. You start to see a lot of the quote unquote haters starting to come around the corner and say, man, I should wish I would have appreciated Matt more when he was here. Or you start seeing, man, I miss Matt Ryan. When you start seeing the QB play not be as well as it was. Like I said, this man rolled out of bed. He rolled out of bed for 250. I want y'all to really understand what I'm saying. He rolled out of bed for 250 yards. So, like, what this man really did, he really gave us our best years, our best moments. We saw a lot of highs, we saw a lot of lows, and the crazy part about it, a lot of our lows weren't even his fault. Don't get me wrong, he had some bad games, no doubt about it. But I've seen this man have more better games with a loss than bad games with a loss. I've seen games where you look at this man's stat line, you be like, ain't no what. If you did a unanimous player, quarterback player in quarterback position, and you got QB A and QB B, and you compare stats, you see QB B stats, you be like, man, he balled down. I know he won that game. No, he didn't. Lost it.
Right.
But he was always blamed by the fan base. And I mean, some of that probably might be his fault because he used to shoulder a lot of the blame. Even when it wasn't his fault, I watched that man throw 5 touchdowns in the game and stole 30 plus points. for your defense to give up 40 plus points and you get on the field and say, I made mistakes. I ain't no way in hell I'm getting on the field. I'm getting in the interview room and tell the world it's my fault that we weren't successful.
Right.
But that goes to show you how much of a leader he is. And I'm sorry I'm taking so much of y'all time right now, but when it comes to that man there, I am very passionate about because that I can appreciate what he has given me, and he deserved to be in the ring of honor for the Atlanta Falcons. And I'm gonna go a step further. He need a damn statue outside the stadium. Cause that $1 billion stadium we playing in, he built that.
Yep. That there
Go
he
ahead.
did there, buddy. That there he did. He did. He did. Matt Ryan, like I said, will probably go down as the greatest Falcon ever. Um,
Ain't
he
no problem. Ain't no problem. He already there for me. Ain't nobody done more for this organization. And I love my guys. I love Jesse. I love what Dion did. I love Roddy. I love all those guys. But nobody done more for this organization than Matthew Thomas Ryan.
yeah, yeah. I mean, Matt Ryan made a lot of people rich. Matt Ryan made a lot of people elevate themselves. There are five current head coaches who were at one point on the staff with the Falcons when Matt Ryan played here, who are all head coaches now. Um, a lot of guys that played with him on the teams that he played on got paid because of him. Um, it's just a sad occurrence to know and to be actually to have done lived through the Matt Ryan era, and the most that he being remembered for in his career is being blamed for a Super Bowl where a defense gave up 30 points. And but yet it's Matt Ryan fault that we didn't win the Super Bowl. Yeah, that bullshit. Um,
Mindful, they gave up what 30 and a half?
yeah.
Because the score was 28-3 in the third quarter. And
Mm-hmm.
the final score was 28-34. So you do the math. That's 31 points and a half. But somehow, some way, it's his fault.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um, he played well. He worked just as hard off the field as he did on the field. There's a lot of things that you have seen or seeing around the city that you don't even know has Matt Ryan fingerprints all over it. But hey, it is what it is. He's going into
Prior to
the
the man getting traded, the man was in the hood playing basketball with hood kids.
Yep, yep, yes. Well, again, Matthew, Matty Ice, MR2, whatever moniker that you saw, saying through your eyes there, how you saw him. He was a consummate professional. He was a consummate competitor. He exacted. He left all of what he was made out of on the field at all times, and he is known to the world as Matt Ryan. Will be in big black and white letters in the bins, in the Ring of Honor. Next step, Canton, and it is an honor to have witnessed this man's career. Yeah, Dirty Birds divisional clash with the Bucs. Bucs, Dirty Birds, Bucs, Falcons, Bucs, Bucs, Falcons. Baker Mayfield coming into the house. Vita Vea, second week in a row, back from injury. Um, Bucks playing pretty good ball. Pretty good ball. In the bins on Ring of Honor tribute for Matt Ryan on this particular night, and we have a task to bust your ass. Um, LT, from a defensive perspective, what do you believe is going to be our target of attack, and what do you think that we're going to be doing tonight as a defense going against these Bucks?
Well, the main thing is applying pressure to Baker Mayfield. That has to happen. Um, if possible, being able to put a handle on Mike Evans, 'cause that is his go-to target. I mean, I don't care what nobody say. You can't deny it. Mike Evans is definitely going to be seeing Canton whenever he hang it up in his career. The man played every year of his career and had nothing less than 1,000 yards every year he's played. Um, Super Bowl champion. Like I said, the man is definitely going to Canton whenever he hangs it up. So you got to try to limit them two for the most part. Like I said, putting pressure on Baker, limit Mike Evans, try to force somebody else to be the guy that force somebody else to be the guy to beat us. Also, we have to put a handle on the run game. We can't be allowing people to gain so many yards against us against the run. So we definitely got to have improvement in that area. If you slow down the run, that makes a lot of jobs easier. But as long as you're dealing with what you're dealing with, then this is what you're gonna get. It'll make the passing game. It'll make the passing game easier for our opponent. So limit the run, apply pressure to Baker Mayfield, and put a handle on Mike Evans.
Hmm. Yeah, that sounds pretty much about your standard scouting report analysis. um, I think right here in this case, our defense should keep on its trajectory as it's been going. Hopefully, we'll have a better game against the run. Um, no doubt, our run defense has needed help. Um, but maybe that the solution to that help is back in the lineup in Landerman, uh, Troy. Yeah, holding Troy out for this game. Short week, it makes sense. Um, I imagine that maybe they're gonna activate Rashad Evans um by in the morning. If not, if they ain't already have, because we did sign him. But my thoughts on the matter, I think the crash out crew gonna continue to, do their thing. Um, that's the defensive backfield for those of you that don't know who the crash out crew is. The COC, Mike Hughes, AJ, JB3 and Justin Simmons, leaders of that crew. Um, Eddie Goldman. And I know that name probably sounds very surprising coming out of my face because I have not mentioned that man's name since last year.
Mm.
Um, Eddie Goldman is playing some football. And he is. I would give him nothing but what I'm saying, some kudos. He's been plugging the gap. In most cases, when you don't hear a defensive lineman's name, that means he's doing the job. And Eddie Goldman, when you pick up the film and you look at it and watch him, and you see that he is doing his job down there for the most part. Um,
Yes, yes.
you know, coming into this game, I think we might get another Jimmy Lake masterpiece, sort of speak, from pressuring quarterbacks and wreaking havoc and causing turnovers. In this game, I think that we clipped Baker Mayfield. Um, and it's I think we sack him at least twice. You know, coming from that perspective. But in this divisional class, it is the divisional ramifications. A win would put us solely in first place in lead of the South. Um, in giving us a jetting trajectory push into where we're trying to get to be as a team. But coming into the first game of the second quarter of the season, coming off being 500 for the first quarter of the season, I think we're in a pretty good position. Um, coming into this game better than what I think most people think we are. Um, it's gonna be a wrecking ball like type of game. Tyler's gonna get the workload. Bijan's gonna be limited. Hamstring. We might even see McCullum. Um, I think Drake gets off this game. Uh,
Drake.
yeah, I think Drake. I think I think Drake gets off this game. Because coming in, I mean, one thing that you do notice off the screen, if you're watching the film on this Falcons offense, um, Moody and Ray jumped off the screen,
Most deaf.
and I think Todd Bowles is going to come in with a game plan. He's going to be sharing a lot of attention to those two, and I think Drake is going to get off because of it. Um, I think And I think Kyle Pitts gets large in the red zone. I think we're gonna have a lot of opportunities in the red zone in this game. Uh, I think the defense scores another touchdown.
Mm, that's a bold prediction right there.
Yeah, I think the defense scores another touchdown.
How do they score that touchdown?
It may be a scoop and score off a fumble.
Mm.
'Cause we've been putting our hands on the ball. We you know what I'm saying, we be and been muffing it out, and forcing fumbles. And I think that trend continues in this game. I think there will be a forced fumble, there will be a scramble, and will be a scoop and score. I think the special teams continues their good work in the field position battle, flipping the field, Blocking well, kick and punt coverage. Um, Kirk, Dirty Kirk, I see at least two TDs. Two TDs. It's gonna be two. It's
Hmm.
gonna be two. It's gonna be two. It's gonna be two. It's gonna be an intense environment. It's and the edges are gonna be soothed by our run game.
I can agree to
Mm-hmm. Yep.
that. So I, I'm gonna go as far as I think Kurt. Sorry, everybody. I think Kurt will have a phenomenal game, but I also think that now the TDs for me gonna be rushing TDs. I think Kurt will still have like a passing TD as well. But for me, I think we'll have a couple rushing TDs. I like those.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong, passing TDs are fine, but you know the thing about a rush TD, that shows that you impose your will on your opponent, and nobody don't like the fact that someone impose their will on their opponent getting the end zone. So
Right.
I think we'll have two rushing TDs. I can agree with you on the Drake London having a good game. I still think I'm a if I could be wrong,
Mm-hmm.
this me be just throwing this out there. You might see a game what the tight end name Warner.
Mm-hmm.
He might have a slick silent one that nobody wasn't expecting.
Right. Right.
Cause due to the attention being on others, it give him a chance to shine.
And this is true. This is true. Now, speaking of attention being on others, um, and all the hubbub, this week concerning Kyle Pitts, um, it's been just that, a lot of hub, the damn bub, you know. Look, ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Pitts in the program under roster is listed under tight end. Okay, um, he's a tight end. He is not a receiver. He's a tight end. He's a 6'6", 250-pound tight end. Okay, all right. Let's just keep that above. All right, he got to learn how to be a tight end. All right, literally. So those of you that are walking around here and talking about, oh, he's a bust and and it as a top five pick, blah blah blah, and all this, it's that the entire fuck up, right? And sit down and have several seats, because right now a lot of y'all are doing a whole lot of talking and you're not paying attention to the game within the game, within the game of the game that's going on. You see all these plays that Mooney and Ray and even Bijan to some extent underneath. have been making is because 2/3 of the defense is following Kyle Pitts around. And as such, we're taking what the defenses are giving us. And yes, there have been some mistakes, there have been some blunders, but all that's going to be scratched out with, what I'm saying, time. Because right now, that's pretty much the only problem the offense has: timing. Timing. You know what I'm saying? That's the foremost and biggest issue with this offense right now.
Now, I'm
Because
gonna let y'all know we don't agree, but I'm letting him cook right now.
I mean, everybody else has their scouting assessment. You know what I'm saying, of said offense. But me personally, I believe it's just timing, gathering timing between the quarterback and his receivers. You know what I'm saying, and whatnot. That right there to me is what I think is the only issue that we have as far as the offense goes. If that was together, a lot of things would be just kicking on off. You know, but as far as running out here and putting up 45, 50 points every damn game, no, that's not realistic. It's not 20, 25, so around that gap. That's where we're gonna be at with this defense. That will be more than adequate. Now to understand the preemptiveness, what is your assessment then, sir?
I mean, I see that. Yeah, he have his bracket moment and whatnot, but I also see what I've been seeing for the last couple of years. A lot of loafing on the routes. Like even seeing where a person did a break, I even did a breakdown on it, and like, yes, he has his moments where he's getting doubled, and it does help the offense. But I'm also seeing him not running route, as crisp as he should. And yes, I understand he's a tight end. I'm not oblivious to that. But if you want, like put a little more effort in your route running to make it, at least make the defense believe you're being serious about it. And if you also put effort into it, you can probably see the ball more. Like that's just my humble opinion on it. Like I said, I'm not saying you're wrong because you're not wrong. He definitely has been bracketed. It's just that I just need more effort from him.
Yeah, there is that as well. Um, if you if anyone is, most of you all have been ever watching, ever heard me say, what I'm saying, things about him concerning his effort, his aggressiveness, his sense of urgency, um, and willingness or unwillingness to block, um, and all of that there. Uh, 6'6", 250, ladies and gentlemen. And he got to learn how to be a tight end. He got to learn how to be a tight end. That's the affirmation bottom line, what I'm saying, when it comes down to Kyle Pitts. He got to learn how to be a tight end, which means he also has to learn how to block, what I'm saying, read, what I'm saying, the, keys in the routes that he's running, read the defense, run routes aggressively, run routes correctly, run routes with conviction, um, all of the above. And if you are of the mindset of not saying that about him, concerning him, then this figment of your imagination expectation that you all have of him is only gonna break your heart week after week. Period. Point blank.
Hmm.
You know, but big picture speaking, it's a big week. You know what I'm saying? Kudos, flowers out, much love, thank you, appreciative, et cetera, on Matthew Thomas Ryan going into the ring of honor. Next stop on destination, Canton. But this really starts that journey as well. Um, Big game, big motion, big feeling, big atmosphere, big lights. You know what I'm saying? In the Benz, Dirty Birds, Bucs this week, 24 hours. You know, in counting, uh, city on tilt to some degree. It's a little cramped, it's a little crowded, it's a little busy, it's a little buzz. We have a chance to take the command and lead. Um, Surprisingly to a lot, you know what I'm saying, in NFL arena. Um, the engine is not far from clicking all the rust and clearing out his carburetor and, you know what I'm saying, coughing out the air, the transmission. We're getting, you know what I'm saying, we're not far from getting to be a well oiled machine. Uh, Dirty Bird win, Dirty Bird win. Dirty Bird team, Dirty Bird win.
And that's all that matters.
Yup. Ain't no shame in defense and special teams winning the game. Um, it's part of football, ladies and gentlemen. That's basically how that goes. That basically how that is. Um, Again, shout out to Matty Ice and in his NFL legacy, his NFL career, and Atlanta Falcons career and legacy in all its splendor. Um, that pretty much about covers it on this late evening edition of Weekly Wednesday Sports Tea. Um, just wanted to give it back to you all. Life was life, and you know what I'm saying, brother. Just getting down and getting into his own place and all of that. But I wanted to, that not to stop getting, what I'm saying, the content out to you all. Um, I, it's my brother, LT, filling in for the franchise and great appreciation for looking out. Um,
You know I got you, bro.
yeah, the the pot of tea is empty, ladies and gentlemen. Um, it's gonna do it for all of you all of you closing out the evening. The OG and LT for this edition, late edition, Matt Ryan in the Ring of Honor edition of the Wicked Win Sports Tea. Uh, you got to always keep it real, keep it dirty, keep it A. Make your next choice your best choice for the Unholy Alliance. This is the OG and LT, and we out, y'all.
Yes, sir. Yeah, have a good evening.